This is the Match Madness Show. This week I'm going over the Royal Rumble. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the triple threat match. And yes, of course, your winner of the 2015 Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns. I got a lot to say. I'll be right back after this.
Podcasting from the capital city of the great state of New York. This is the Match Madness Show, a weekly podcast about the world of professional wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
Technology, and damn near anything else that comes to mind. And now, here's your host, Matt Corsell.
Alrighty, guys, let's get this thing rolling. I have so much I want to talk about with the Royal Rumble. One of the most controversial, one of the most discussed, and one of the most heated endings to a Royal Rumble that I can remember in my 20 years of watching professional wrestling, or excuse me, sports entertainment, Vince McMahon, that I can remember. And I've listened to so many podcasts. I've heard so many opinions. And I'm going to get all to it just a moment. But before I do that, just want to let you guys know how to get in touch with me. It's questions@matchmadness.com. I'm on iTunes under Match Madness, on Spreaker. I'm on Stitcher. I'm on YouTube under Match Madness for all of those. And obviously I'm on Twitter under Mats_Madness. If you want to follow me and send me a tweet and let me know what you think of the show, I'd really appreciate it. So definitely get in touch with me in those ways. Before I get into the whole Roman Reigns issue, there were other matches on the card. I don't know if anybody noticed. There were a few other matches that took place. And, it's really a shame that there's so much controversy over Roman Reigns right now and the way that it ended, because really we were dealt a 5-star match of the year candidate in the triple threat match for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's a shame because it's really being overshadowed by the Roman Reigns debacle. So I'm gonna get to everything and comment on the whole Roman Reigns thing, but a couple of quick thoughts on the other lower card matches, which the Ascension versus the New Age Outlaws. It was a quick match. I wish it was a little bit longer. Clearly, the New Age Outlaws still have it. The match did what it needed to do. It pushed the Ascension and gave them that, quote, rub. I didn't think anybody was going to think that the New Age Outlaws were going to win that match. There's just no need for it. It's about the future, and it's about pushing the Ascension. If the New Age Outlaws were to win, it would have just buried the Ascension. So, pretty predictable. This whole debate, again, with Roman Reigns is, I feel like I'm late to the party here, but it's kind of a good thing that I waited to comment on anything, kind of collect my thoughts, give myself time to cool down, give the internet time to cool down, and not implode like it did on Sunday night. Instead of having a knee-jerk reaction like a lot of people with the hashtag cancel WWE Network, it gave me time to really think and absorb and just give WWE a chance and maybe give them the benefit of the doubt. It's difficult, but it's hard for me to not talk about this. Okay, so moving down the line here. Heyman, Triple H, and Steph. There was a little segment on the Royal Rumble. Heyman says that Brock is the solution, and Triple H again mentions that Sting, if he comes in the building, that basically he's going to destroy him. So again, setting up the Triple H Sting match at WrestleMania, which I don't think anybody is not predicting at this point. The Miz and Mizdow versus the Usos. It was the usual pop from Mizdow. Miz obviously did most of the work in the ring. He used his stunt double as a shield. The skull-crushing finale by Miz and the kick-out, and then Mizdow used the skull-crushing finale and another kick-out. It was a decent match for what the time was given. The Usos won, and then Miz got power-bombed and splashed. And so, again, kind of further driving apart Miz and Mizdow. Paige and Natalya versus the Bellas. I'm not one to really pick on women's matches, but this one it was hard to watch because, number one, it was given too much time. I think that time that was given to the ladies should have been given to the Ascension and NA New Age Outlaws match. So it was back and forth. I guess it was to put over the Bellas as kind of unstoppable. Paige was there, didn't get the hot tag, which was awkward, and then Natalya gets pinned. So kind of a flop of a match. Don't know really what it progressed. I liked all the promos before the Royal Rumble began, saying that they're going to win. That was great to actually put a little, maybe a little bit of a doubt in your mind that it's not going to be Daniel Bryan or Roman Reigns. So that was nice. And then we had the Cena, Lesnar, and Rollins triple threat. This match exceeded everything that I thought it would. It was an awesome match. Cena was heavily booed, but he just smiled and kind of took it in stride, knowing that this is just what Philly does, and he's used to it at this point. So Cena takes things in stride, and unlike Roman Reigns, who had the little boo-boo face, and I'll get to that in just a minute, but running over this triple threat, which was amazing. The physicality and the brutality and the effort on all three of these men I give it 5 stars. I really do. The double suplex that Lesnar did on J&J Security was awesome. He dominated early. There was an AA, a kick out on 1. That was cool, saying that this, legitimizes Brock Lesnar. I love Heyman's expressions at ringside. He is money. Even when he's not talking, Heyman is money. And then Cena did 3 AAs to Lesnar in a row. And Lesnar kicked out. There was a curb stomp, a kick out after that. Lesnar was put through a table, stairs, the barricade. He's still moving. And then, obviously, Rollins jumps off and puts Lesnar through a table. And it added the legitimacy to the match when Michael Cole comes on and says that the medical staff is reporting a broken rib. So you're actually legitimately concerned maybe for Brock Lesnar, but it just shows the toughness, and it really creates a support fan base for Brock Lesnar. It makes you get behind him. There's an STF. J&J Security break it up. I didn't know it was an ODQ match. That maybe it was an oversight, but I didn't know it was not a no DQ match. But all the better. I enjoyed it. The AA on J&J, again, for the 3rd time, they did a double AA on J&J Security. And then an AA on Rollins, a kick out, a curb stomp, a kick out, an F5 to Rollins after Lesnar took 2 briefcase shots. Awesome ending. It was a 5-star match. No question. The only nitpicking I can do is that there were too many kickouts of finishers. It was like playing a video game, but I still loved it. I'd give it the match of the year, and I think this one will stand the test of time throughout the end of 2015. These guys were amazing, and it further cements Rollins as a main event guy. Rollins is there. He is ahead of Ambrose or Reigns in terms of main event level ready guy, and I give Rollins all the props in the world, and Lesnar took some hellacious bumps. Give him a credit as well. Really, all 3 participants. Amazing. This match keeps Cena and Lesnar strong because Cena wasn't actually pinned, and it gives Rollins something to bitch about, saying he underestimated Brock Lesnar. It's a very heel thing to say, and it also keeps Lesnar very strong because he was able to come back after 3 finishers, into the stairs, into the barricade, an elbow off the top through the table. Lesnar was a beast. And a, quote, broken rib. So it really establishes Brock Lesnar, keeps him strong, keeps Cena strong. Lesnar is clearly, unfortunately, going to do the favors to a younger talent at WrestleMania. And I think we all know the name of that person now. And it is, let's all say it together, kids, Roman Reigns. So much to talk about with him. And on the other side of this break, just about 10-15 second break, I'm going to take a breather because there's so much I want to say about this. On the other side, I've got a very passionate response to what happened. Stay with me.
And now, back to the Matt's Madness Show.
Alrighty, guys. Here we go. Roman Reigns, the most talked about guy in WWE. And before I give my opinion, I just want to say this. The fact I've had time to think about this and not do a knee-jerk reaction of, basically F Roman Reigns and kick him to the curb. You got to look at it this way. No matter whether you agree or you disagree with what happened at the Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns is 10 times a bigger star now than when the Royal Rumble started. Nobody was talking about Roman Reigns this much, good or bad, than since Sunday night. So Roman Reigns has now become more recognized. He's become a bigger name, and it's giving him star power. Whether it's good or bad, it's star power. And that's all you really need, because you can spin it any way you want down the line. So good or bad, controversy is always, what's the saying? Any controversy is good controversy. Something along those lines. So for Roman Reigns, this really, he has to look at this as a positive. No matter how the crowd initially reacts, guess what? The crowd's reacting. Good or bad, it gives you name identity. It gives you star power. It gets people talking about you, and that's all. But with that said, Roman Reigns, in my opinion, is not ready. I think a lot of people would agree with me on that. Roman Reigns is a green guy. And when you put him in the ring with Brock Lesnar, no matter almost what he does at this point, will be the babyface. You can't force feed the fans. WWE is going to learn the hard way, just like they did with Batista. You think that they would have learned from last year. They did the same thing with Batista. Batista got booed to hell. And then Daniel Bryan, pretty much the fans forced WWE's hand to put Bryan in the main event of WrestleMania 30 to give his moment. So the fact also that Daniel Bryan was eliminated mid-match is kind of a head-scratcher, but the only theory is that since he was unceremoniously eliminated like Stardust, maybe the only explanation is, well, he was eliminated mid-match so that it gives fans time to, accept the fact that he's gone, and they'll get behind the next guy that's there, thinking it was going to be Roman Reigns. That never happened. And when the Rock can't even save your ass, there's a problem. And like I said, it's not so much that WWE fans reject Roman Reigns. It's just they reject him as the guy right now. They're telling you, hey, if you listen to us, like you say you do, we're telling you that Daniel Bryan is our guy. And if you're not going to listen to us, we're going to basically F up your storylines. And we're going to do what we can do and boo the hell out of your, quote, top guy. Now, what WWE can do is obviously put a spin on it, make Roman Reigns heel, and ride the wave and just go with it. Roman Reigns could have maybe a great heel run. He sure as hell isn't going to get cheered right now, I don't think. Now, it could be a blessing in disguise. It could be that the fact that Monday Night Raw was canceled on Monday, obviously, due to the blizzard, because it gives fans time, a little bit of time to cool off. There's not that knee-jerk reaction of, we got to boo the hell out of him right now. So, hey, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, and he won't get such a negative reception. Don't know. Time will tell on that. The fact is that Roman Reigns has not paid his dues. Roman Reigns has not earned the respect of the fans yet. To me, and really, I think the majority of WWE fans would follow me in saying the fact that, listen, it was a year too early. Give him time to learn on the mic for the next year. Learn a couple of new moves. Show us a 20 or 30-minute match that he can go, that he's got another gear, that he can make us feel something. Develop his character. It was a year too soon. Again, this is just my personal opinion, although I think many of you may share the same. It was just a year too early. And they're trying to make John Cena 2.0, and I don't think that's going to happen. Vince McMahon has this fetish with the face of the company having to be a muscle-built, 6'6", monster. And it was clear by the last few people in the Royal Rumble. Big Show, Kane, Rusev, and Roman Reigns. And I understand Roman Reigns has the look. Roman Reigns has, quote, it. Roman Reigns is the moneymaker, I think, down the line. And I think in 3 to 4 years, we'll be talking about Roman Reigns as the main guy and looking back on this time as as one of the most controversial in his career. But for right now, the fans are going to reject you because they are telling you Daniel Bryan is our guy. And if you're not going to listen to us, we're going to F up your storylines. We're going to boo the hell out of your product. It's almost right now like WWE management versus the fans. WWE management is trying to tell you, this is our guy, and you're going to like him. And if you don't, too bad. This is the direction we're going. Which I think is a bunch of BS. The WWE needs to listen to their fans. Vince McMahon is a creative genius. I get that. But he's stubborn in his ways. He's fixated on who he thinks is the next guy. Do I think Roman Reigns is going to make it as the next guy? Of course I do. Roman Reigns is going to be a main event star. I just feel like it's being rushed, and the trigger got pulled too quickly. Of course, time will tell on that. But the fact that The Rock comes out, and even the Rock can't save you, that speaks volumes. I also think, just on a quick side note, should the Royal Rumble winner really get a automatic main event spot at WrestleMania? It's kind of by doing that, the stakes are so high, and the position or the outcome of the match is so significant that it really only eliminates it down to a couple of people every year. So the uncertainty is taken out every year. You know it's just going to be between a couple of people. You know Cesaro's never going to win it. You know Big Show's never going to win it. Kane's never going to win it at this point in his career. You know, unfortunately, Dolph Ziggler isn't going to win. So you just know every year it's down to like 2, maybe 3 tops. So I would think they need to kind of tone. I don't think it'll ever happen, but I think it's just the way it is right now with the formula of the Royal Rumble. I love the Royal Rumble, but the unpredictability is a little bit lessened every year when you have such high stakes. So just a little side note there. And going through my notes, so you can probably hear me shuffling around. Now, there are so many different ways to look at this Roman Reigns thing. There were bullshit chants going on. The crowd was livid. They rejected Roman Reigns outright. You could even see it affected Roman Reigns emotionally. You could see it's almost like he wanted to cry. He had that look in his eye. It was he can say whatever he wants, but John Cena, when he gets booed, he smiles. It doesn't affect him. He knows what to expect. Roman Reigns had this vision in his head of being cheered worldwide and winning the Royal Rumble, and he got booed out of the building. So but again, Roman Reigns didn't get booed because he's a heel. He got booed in frustration of the fans that Daniel Bryan didn't win. The fans are pissed off at WWE management. That's what who the boos were directed at. The boos weren't directed at Roman Reigns, the character. They weren't. Because Roman Reigns, the character, what has he done to make us hate him? Nothing. The fans are booing the direction and the choices of WWE management. They were figuratively kicking the hell out of WWE management. That's what they were doing, namely Vince McMahon. I saw a tweet up that the winner of the Royal Rumble for the second year in a row and had a big picture of Vince McMahon. Because Vince McMahon has this vision of who should win, and I don't think he learned anything from last year. Clearly, he thinks he knows better than we do, and in some cases he does. Maybe this whole storyline will come full circle, and we'll look like the fools, and he'll outsmart us. Don't know. Time will tell on that one. But this had Vince's fingerprints all over it. Daniel Bryan was eliminated carelessly, and again, WWE. Right now, they're arrogant. It's almost like they think they know better than we do. Really? Is that what you really think? I guess backstage they believe that that Daniel Bryan, his yes movement his yes chants are more over than he is. So in other words, it's superficial. I don't think that's true. The fans respect somebody that has a hell of a work ethic, is a legitimate awesome athlete and can go in the ring, and Daniel Bryan has that extra gear. The fans respect him. He's earned that respect. And the fact he's likable. He's believable. He resonates with all audiences. We can all resonate with the fact that we're underdogs and we overachieve. Daniel Bryan has that look. He just organically has connected with the crowd. It's unmanufactured. Roman Reigns is a manufactured corporate pawn right now in the eyes of WWE, the fans. And the fans are rejecting this corporate manufactured product. That's what it is. Roman Reigns was put in a mold and put in the oven and just branded and walked out the doors of the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, and was just presented to the fans of, this is our corporate guy and you will like him. You can tell by his scripted promos, his outfit, just everything about him just screams corporate, and I can't stand it. I don't think many fans can, and that's why the fans boo. They boo because of the fact that WWE is telling them what they want. It's like going to McDonald's and ordering a Big Mac, and the cashier tells you, no. You want a grilled chicken sandwich. And you're sitting there saying, no, I want a Big Mac. And the cashier's insisting that you order the chicken sandwich. It's the same concept. Now, whether this comes full circle, I hope it does. I don't know how it does. But it's going to be very interesting to see how WWE reacts to this. The canceled WWE Network hashtag was the number one trend worldwide Saturday night and Sunday night and a Monday morning. Initially, the knee-jerk reaction on this as well was, oh my God, WWE must be really pissed about this. And I think initially maybe they were a little upset and unnerved by it. But again, it brings attention to the WWE Network. People who don't even know maybe that the network is available, who have thought about it, are now kind of, it almost gave WWE free advertising being the number one trend worldwide of canceled WWE Network. It just brought awareness to the WWE Network itself, because a lot of fans are going to be back anyway. It's a knee-jerk reaction of being pissed at the WWE management. I understand it. I get it. That's the best way to show your displeasure for the company is by canceling your membership. But I'm sure WWE is sitting there going, yeah, they're pissed today, but they'll be back in a week when Fastlane is looking good, and especially WrestleMania season. So I'm not worried about it. People actually canceling the WWE Network anyway. Many people anyway. A large audience canceling the WWE Network. I think they're going to be back, even those who have canceled. So I think WWE needs to look at that as a positive, and Roman Reigns needs to look at this as a positive, that he was trending worldwide as well. Roman Reigns, whether he's good or bad, like I just said, he's never been bigger. He's never been hotter than he is now. For better or worse, he is the most talked about guy in wrestling right now. And like I said, it's a shame because the triple threat match was so awesome. So, again, I'm very kind of... when Roman Reigns was eliminated, or Roman Reigns eliminated Kane in the Big Show, I didn't even know Rusev was still there. I forgot about it, but I was sitting there and I said that I was legitimately pissed off. I was watching it with my fiance. I said I was legitimately pissed off at this, and I felt actually mad, like it actually affected my life, not in a big way, but you know what I'm saying, like. Just very frustrated with WWE that they did this again. And whether Daniel Bryan gets thrown in a three-way, I doubt it. I think he's not destined for the title again this year. We'll see if Vince McMahon is smarter than us. I don't think he is in this case because the fans are outright rejecting Roman Reigns. We'll see if this trend continues. I think any reaction is a good reaction if you're a superstar or a wrestler. However you want to call it, but at this point, it's kind of a wait and see. I think WWE is going to continue on their course, tread lightly, see how it is from Raw to Raw, see what the fans, if they continue this booing, maybe they'll turn Roman Reigns heel. I'd like to see it, and I would like to see Brock Lesnar is a step away from being the biggest babyface of all time. And there's no question. I think, that it was this Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar was rumored even a year ago, right after the Undertaker's match with Brock Lesnar. We all saw this coming a year out, and the fact that Roman Reigns is now here and he's being booed, and we can all kind of see it coming that Roman Reigns is going to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. That's how you establish new stars for the future, especially if Brock Lesnar's on his way out. There's no question in my mind that the fans are going to boo the hell out of Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. WrestleMania crowds are fierce, and maybe WWE can put some magic on this, but I see Roman Reigns being, again, just rejected by the fans moving forward. And it's interesting. I'm really curious to see how this happens. But I just hope that people realize that the reason he's being booed is not because of him as a character so much. It's more of he represents what the WWE is right now. He represents WWE management. He represents the corporate image, the perfect poster boy of John Cena, basically John Cena 2.0. He represents the fact of people, the WWE telling them what they want rather than going with what the people are telling you they want. So we'll see if WWE is smarter than we are. But a couple other side notes. I don't know if you guys saw those interviews Monday, but some of them were actually very intriguing, very well done, very almost believable. The the Roman Reigns and Brock interview with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is, I hang on his every word. He's a genius. He's awesome. Him going through the history of basically Roman Reigns' heritage, and Brock eventually saying, "I don't respect you." I thought that was good. It had these two right now, and this is very preliminary. I think that Roman Reigns and Brock do have a little bit of chemistry right now. Whether they have it in the ring or not, I don't know. And whether this is a one-on-one at WrestleMania or not, I think they will. I think they'll stick with it. I don't think they'll go with a three-way again. But it was good. And Roman Reigns, it didn't feel so scripted. He almost felt a little bit more humanized. And it was good to see. So we'll see where that goes. Again, this may give WWE time to allow their fans to cool off from how absolutely outraged they were at the decision of Roman Reigns winning the Rumble. Daniel Bryan also had an interview. He was trying to calm his fans down almost, saying that he would have booed too if Roman Reigns won because he felt he should have won. And if that one actually felt a little more corporate to me, kind of getting Daniel Bryan to side with the fans so that the fans go, well, yeah, somebody now, our guy agrees with us about this, and so at least we got that, and it'll cool us. Nah, I don't think so. I can see through it. Maybe the casual fan can't, but it seemed very corporate. WWE at least is addressing these issues up front. Even Roman Reigns was asked about the crowd reaction. He said, oh, they can do what they want. They bought a ticket, all that BS. When you go back, though, and you look at his face, right after he wins the Royal Rumble gets showered in boos. He looks like he wants to cry. He's visibly shaken up about it. So, I love that. I love when WWE does this and WWE fans regurgitate it right back and go, no, we're not being force-fed. We'll tell you what we want to eat. So, very interesting. Very, very, I love when these things happen. It always shakes WWE's to its core. I don't think they expected that, especially with The Rock. I'm sure that they go, oh, well, they're booing now, but when The Rock comes out and endorses him, they're going to cheer. Didn't happen, and I love it. So I want to thank the Philly crowd for giving it to WWE and giving it to them straight. Awesome. A little bit of side notes here. You guys, I'm sure you may or may not have noticed the WrestleMania sign or logos have been dropped with the numbers. I guess it's because Vince feels that the numbers make the pay-per-view feel old. I mean, that's actually the backstage word, but I get it, but I think it should remain. It's a testament to the success and longevity of WrestleMania. Plus, it keeps WrestleManias organized. Rather than saying every year, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania, I'd like to have them go WrestleMania 31 or 32. I like it. It makes it feel unique. every year. So Vince making it feel old, I think it's just the opposite. It makes it feel fresh. It's a new WrestleMania. It's another one. It's a brand name that it has super high brand awareness, and it also keeps things organized for me. I don't know. Maybe that's just my mind, the way it works. Well, and just my closing thoughts here, because I'm going to wrap it up. I'm rolling at about 30 minutes. If you stuck with me, I appreciate it. But again, I'll come back when I'll do another podcast, probably this weekend. I'll let you guys know. Follow me on Twitter, Mats_Madness. Blog Talk Radio, I'm also on there under Matt's Madness. I'll do a live show. If you guys want to call in and have any opinions, I'll be running a show this weekend on Saturday. Haven't picked the time yet, but follow me on Matt's Madness on Twitter, Mats_Madness, or my website, matsmadness.com. I'll post there as well. And let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on Roman Reigns? And do you think this will come full circle? Maybe in the end of this, we'll all feel like fools. We don't know. But right now, he's that package, that force-fed, this is your guy package that hasn't earned jack shit from us. And is suddenly, this is your guy, and you're going to like it, and shoves it down your throat with a spoon, and that's figuratively what's happening. So let me know what you guys think about that. Maybe you're on Roman Reigns' side. Maybe you were happy he won. Maybe you were in that 2% that thought it was a great idea that Roman Reigns won. But definitely throw it my way. Questions at matsmadness.com. Again, on Twitter, Mats_Madness. Mats Madness everywhere. iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, everywhere. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I'll have that time on Saturday for my live show. I'll post it on my Twitter feed and on my website, so stay with me. I'll catch you guys next time.